A COVID-19 vaccination site was shut down because of concerning reactions to the vaccine. And later, a former Seattle Seahawk is the suspect of a recent mass shooting. Murrow News 8 starts now.
Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Tiara Trell. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Korea Pounds. A mass vaccination site in Colorado shut down after 11 people had adverse reactions, including nausea and dizziness after receiving the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. 2 patients were transported to a hospital for observation, while the other 9 were treated with juice and water. In a statement from Centura Health, they stated the shutdown, quote, followed out protocols and in an abundance of caution, made the decision in partnership with the state to pause operations for the remainder of the day, end quote.
Washington State receives a less than expected supply of COVID vaccines. The shortage of vaccines stems from problems at a manufacturing facility producing Johnson & Johnson vaccines. About 15 million doses were ruined. Washington State was expected to receive 600,000 doses each week in April, but are expected to only receive 500,000 doses next week.
As Washington State continues its rollout of the COVID-19 vaccine, it has a good amount of WSU students and faculty to thank for their hard work during the rollout. Statewide, College of Nursing students and faculty have delivered over 15,000 shots at over 300 clinics. College of Nursing Dean Mary Coyfan said, quote, I think it's our obligation to help in vaccinations. Nursing schools all over the country are taking the lead on this, end quote.
Have you been having trouble with your senses after a COVID diagnosis? Murrow News 8 reporter Asian Ferritin files a report on symptom 1 can expect for long-term COVID effects.
When WSU student Emily Rose contracted COVID, she knew to anticipate a loss of smell and taste for symptoms. What she didn't expect was the unpleasant, garbage-smelling symptom known as parosmia.
After I fully lost sense of my smell and taste, they did start to partially come back. However, the aftermath of those symptoms are now kind of the smell of rotten or mustiness whenever I smell, and then of course when I taste, it's the same way.
And it's not just Emily. People around the globe have been tweeting about their experience with this stomach-turning symptom. One person even listed off the different disgusting flavors their food tastes like with parosmia. Another claims that his parosmia, which had been around for an entire year, disappeared after receiving a COVID vaccine. According to a paper released by Dr. Ibrahim Ulas Asturan, parosmia can occur anywhere between a couple days after a COVID diagnosis to many months later.
If you or someone you know is experiencing parosmia, experts suggest to do a thing called smell training. The first step is to take 4 distinct smells, most of which can be found in a kitchen. I've got here behind me some ground cinnamon, a eucalyptus mint candle, some coffee, and a lemon. You smell your 4 designated items every single day. And it helps if you try to simultaneously remember what these scents used to smell like before you developed parosmia. These exercises have helped people recover and regenerate their senses.
With Murrow News 8, I'm Asia Farrington.
Thank you, Asia. Latah County reported 1 COVID-related death yesterday, which brings the total death count to 9 in the county since the pandemic began. In today's numbers, there are 4 new cases of COVID reported in Latah County. There have been 2,801 cases of COVID in the county since the pandemic began.
The Moscow-Pullman Airport are in the works. The building is expected to be about, I guess we have live with us, and actually our reporter Jay will be reporting on the new building that's going to be addition to on the Moscow-Pullman Airport.
All right, thanks Tiara. I'm here at the Moscow-Pullman Airport, where a new airport is set to be delivered by 2023. The original design was called, quote, unwelcoming by the new architect, Tim Dacey. Dacey also said that it seems like people are packed in like sardines at the current Moscow Pullman Daily Airport. The new parking lot will also
So it looks like we lost Jay there, but there will be a new building in addition to in the works for Moscow Pullman Airport, and it looks like they are coming up with the plans for the building right now. Malden resident Diana Totten opens her donated home to fellow residents. Totten and fellow Malden resident Lori Dickinson were chosen to receive a new donated home from a group called Western Anabaptist Mission Services. The group works with Christian aid ministries to help in the aftermath of natural disasters. Totten now plans to use her new home to help her neighbors as they rebuild their homes.
The Moscow Farmers Market has found a winner for its poster contest. Megan Biggs was announced as the winner after receiving 40% of the votes over the three-week voting period. The Farmers Market Commission received over 21 submissions in this year's contest. The market opens May 1st and will continue every Saturday through October.
An update on an ongoing trial. Pulmonary specialist Dr. Martin Tobin testified at the Derek Chauvin trial. The state asked Tobin to review documents and videos depicting the circumstances of George Floyd's death.
That Mr. Floyd died from a low level of oxygen, and this caused damage to his brain that we see, and it also caused a PEA arrhythmia that caused his heart to stop.
Tobin testified as Chauvin's trial enters a new technical phase, with prosecutors expected to call medical experts to testify about how George Floyd died in police custody.
Former NFL player and Seahawk killed himself after shooting and killing 5 others. According to AP News, Philip Adams shot a doctor, his wife, their 2 grandchildren, and a man working outside their house in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Adams played in 78 games over the 5 NFL seasons, and his career ended in 2015. President Joe Biden took a modest set of steps to address for what he called an epidemic on gun violence. He acknowledged today that, quote, much more needs to be done, end quote. And he is pressing Congress to take more aggressive action by closing background check loopholes, banning assault weapons, and stripping gun manufacturers of protection from lawsuits. Biden said, quote, gun violence in this country is an epidemic and it's an international embarrassment, end quote.
Hey Josue, it's pretty chilly outside. Will it be warm anytime soon?
Well, Tara, something is crazy out here in the weather. Let me let you know. So today we got a 49 high. The weather's been kind of wonky, up and down. We had a low of 26. It's kind of like the winter weather we've been having, back in the day. And we did have winds of 20 miles per hour. They could reach up to 32 miles per hour in the evening, though. Moving on to tomorrow, we're going to have a high of about 56. And again, it's going to be somewhat windy, 28 miles per hour. It could reach a gust winds of 40 miles per hour with a low of 34. But it will be sunny, though. But it's going to be feel a little colder than it actually is. Now, moving across to the state map, Starting at the west side, there is a winter advisory warning for the passes, the mountain passes going to western Washington. So if you're going to travel out there, I recommend, maybe get some chains on your tires, drive slow. There's going to be expected 8 inches of snow. But the west side's going to look nice though. A sunny in the low 50s, and it's going to be pretty nice going out to the center of Washington, Yakima, Tri-Cities, typical weather they have. And then over here on the east side, we're going to have 54 for Spokane and 49 for Pullman. Now moving over to the 5-cast, as you can see, the weather's going to be up and down tomorrow, 56. Now it's going to be cold again on Saturday, chance of snow showers. And Sunday is going to be back sunny again. Monday and Tuesday is going to look like the temperature is going to go up. So maybe spring will be arriving pretty soon. Back to you, Tiara.
What brought in yesterday's win at the plate for the Cougs? And something 3 WSU sophomores can be proud of. Murrow News 8 will be right back.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, yes, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work. Thanks.
You, your plumber.
Breathe right into your foot.
Your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker.
On your left.
Your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot. Your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
Hi, I'm Chris Mitchell with your sports. WSU Baseball won their single-game matchup against the Utah Valley Wolverines last night. The 5-3 victory was charged by a 2-run home run by first baseman Kyle Manzardo. The Cougar bullpen sealed the victory with a scoreless 9th inning, and junior Will Sierra recording his first career save. The 14-10 Cougs start their 3-game series at the University of Utah tomorrow night at 5 p.m. The WSU volleyball program recorded yesterday a program record. 3 Cougs were first-team all Pac-12 selections this season: Hannah Pukas, Pia Timmer, and Magda Jelhalazova. Also, sophomore and underclassmen continue to impress with Juliana Dalton being named to the Pac-12 all-freshman team. Washington has notably been ranked.
Find out what 2 cities have achieved coming up. Washington State has 2 of the most relaxed cities in the country. A new report that released that Bellevue and Seattle were ranked in the top 10 American cities where people are most relaxed. Lawn Starter's 2021 study based the ranking on several factors, including access to spas and wellness centers, as well as the average length of a workday. Thanks for watching. If you missed anything, this or any of our previous newscasts, you can check us out on YouTube.
Have a good night, guys. Be safe out there.